I've said this. I got into television 19 years ago. And I said it 19 years ago, and it's still true today. The Dallas Cowboys will never win anything with the current structure of their organization. They won't. I mean, you think about it. When your owner is upset about not getting the shine, and he needs the shine, when you've emasculated your coach in every way that you can emasculate your coach from an authority standpoint, the thing about coaching is you need to have two types of fear. One, fear, as in reverence and respect for the guy, you're going to go out and play for him. Two, fear, as in I'm afraid of him because he'll cut my butt if I don't perform. You just heard it. At 1 minute, they're saying, Jason Garrett is saying, we're going to evaluate the kicker, and then right outside the locker room in a press conference, the owner says, no, we're not. Kicker's fine. Like, as a player, you look at that situation, and your coach gets hot and bothered and angry and yells at you. You know what you say as a player? You ain't got no authority here. No, the owner's got the authority. You've appointed Jason Garrett. You haven't empowered him. You appointed Bill Parcells. You didn't empower him. You appointed Dave Campo. You didn't empower him. You haven't empowered anybody since you didn't get enough shine when Jimmy Johnson was the head coach. And so you fired Jimmy Johnson. And therefore, your organization will never win squat until that changes.
Wow. Smoke Aikman and his brother, Smoke Schlereth. I think it's nothing. I think this is much to do about nothing because it has always been the Dallas way. If this had been something new that we hadn't heard of, just from Marcellus back in those days when you were there, right, you're having the same conversations. Mm-hmm. So, and that's been a while. Like, not trying to age you, date you, but that's been a while. So, why? Listen. Troy is just making light of things that he's seen as a player and has seen as an analyst. And much to your point, Mark, if this structure isn't adjusted or changed, the philosophy of it by the head guy himself and GM, you're going to continue to have much to say.
All right. So Jerry's personality is he likes to talk. He likes to be in the newspaper. He wants to be a heavily involved owner. I think there's a way it could work. Him maintaining his personality without getting in the way of the head coach. And so I think everything y'all have said is fair and accurate. But what I do think where Jerry's real mistake is that Jerry is in total control of the money. And that's what really motivates players. And when you're in an organization where it's like, oh, I can't get paid unless Bill Belichick is happy. Bill Belichick's authority reigns supreme. That's the problem. Jerry could run his mouth if Jason Garrett was the vehicle for people to get paid. I don't have a problem with Jerry picking the players and being the general manager. But the mindset in Dallas is, man, Zeke and Jerry hit it off. They BFF. Jerry took care of Zeke. Jerry and Tony Romo, that was like his godson. They went to go watch Jerry's grandson play quarterback. The way to get paid in Dallas is to be BFF with Jerry. That, to me, is the problem. If the coach had more say-so and if the general manager's role was split up a little bit different, like, okay, Jerry, you can help us pick the players and construct the roster, but in terms of how we pay guys, we, the football people, determine that. Then I think the coach would have more authority. Jerry can have his personality and run his mouth. But if the players knew the way for me to get paid and rewarded in this system is through the head coach, then you got a shot.
That's true to a point. And I'll point out two cases in particular. Emmitt Smith, obviously, but more importantly, Dez Bryant, who when you can see Jerry has that relationship with, but it still doesn't end well, brother, because Jerry does hold the money. But what he holds that's even more empowering than the money to a player is the ability to undermine the coach when the coach flexes for you. Think about it. When I've been there, Bill Parcells is like, I'm flexing for A player, B player. You can only go so far, and then Jerry can now cut your legs from under you. And then when he comes back into this locker room, we looking at him like, it's not even that you could get me paid. It's the fact that you can't tell me what to do because you're going to get told what to do. We at least have to work under the imagery that our coach is the end all be all because he's the ones instructing us to go out there. It's like in parenting. I don't care what your disciplines are as a mother and father. They have to be in unison. Because if you have split disciplines, oh, you got to rewire that kid. He's not going to know which way is up. And I think that's how that locker room feels.
I